West Africa, a region known for its layered past and evolving identity, has once again become the center of a growing global conversation. It is becoming increasingly clear that the trajectory of world development is gradually shifting toward Africa. In fact, many observers argue that the future of global innovation, economic transformation, and ecological renewal is rooted in African soil. This isn't rhetoric, it's a reality supported by emerging trends that reveal Africa's growing influence across multiple sectors. To understand this shift, imagine stepping into a calm, unassuming field in Ghana, not a high-tech lab, not a corporate headquarters, but a quiet landscape filled with rows of bamboo bending softly with the wind. On the surface, it appears simple and ordinary, a place that echoes centuries of natural rhythm. But beneath that calmness lies a story of transformation. This very location is set to host one of the world's most ambitious renewable energy developments, a bamboo-based biofuel complex valued at approximately $1.3 billion. This project, remarkable in scale and purpose, is emerging without excessive publicity or demands for external validation. Ghana's approach has been calm, deliberate, and confident, reflecting a broader shift across the African continent from waiting for approval to taking leadership in shaping global change. A decade ago, very few would have predicted that Ghana would rise to prominence in the clean energy conversation. It was not because the nation lacked the natural resources, expertise, or potential, but because mainstream global narratives rarely placed African states at the forefront of high-tech energy innovation. Yet the landscape has changed. Analysts, investors, and policymakers around the world are now paying attention because the Ghanaian project represents a bold step into a sector that many countries, despite their wealth, are still hesitant to pursue at full scale. How did this transformation occur? It began with a simple but powerful decision. Ghana stopped waiting for permission. For years, African nations were repeatedly told that large-scale industrialization required external approval, complex evaluations, or long lists of prerequisites. However, Ghana quietly took a new direction. Tired of delayed assistance, slow-moving funding discussions, and endless expert workshops, the country decided to move forward independently. That shift in mindset paved the way for the creation of the Amaba Biorefinery Complex. The scale of this facility surprised many global observers. $1 billion bamboo-driven renewable energy complex, designed to produce sustainable aviation fuel, renewable diesel, industrial lignin, furfural, green naphtha, and related biochemicals appeared too ambitious to some outside the continent. This reaction highlighted a long-standing issue. Africa has often been underestimated, but Ghana simply relied on its existing natural assets: bamboo abundance, available land, skilled workers, and a strong political commitment to industrial autonomy. The country transitioned from exporting raw materials toward producing finished products, retaining greater value within national borders. This leads to an important question: why bamboo? What makes this plant, often viewed as simple or ordinary, central to a multi-billion-dollar energy initiative? Bamboo's appeal lies in its impressive biological characteristics. It grows rapidly; some species extend close to a meter in a single day and regenerates naturally without the need for replanting. It is resilient, drought-tolerant, and capable of absorbing significant amounts of carbon, making it both an ecological and industrial asset. Although environmental experts have noted Africa's rich bamboo ecosystems for years, few considered the possibility of developing a large-scale industrial sector around it. Then came a change in perspective. Camach Industrial Partners approached bamboo not merely as a plant but as a potential high-value resource capable of driving modern biofuel and biochemical production. Their collaboration with Honeywell and Chempelis introduced advanced processing technologies that transformed bamboo into a versatile industrial feedstock. Suddenly, this modest plant became the foundation for producing aviation-grade fuel and an array of green chemical products. Its rapid growth cycle also makes large-scale renewable energy production far more feasible than traditional crops or timber. However, Behind every industrial innovation are real people whose lives stand to change. While bamboo is important, the individuals who cultivate, process, transport, and refine it are at the heart of this entire transformation. Farmers, young graduates, women in cooperatives, engineers, transport workers, each group connects to the emerging economic chain in critical ways. Farmers stand to benefit significantly. Bamboo differs from crops plagued by unpredictable market prices and vulnerable growing cycles. It grows steadily, thrives in various soil conditions, and regenerates consistently, creating stable incomes for farmers in regions such as Odi and Ashanti. Once the refinery begins full operations, thousands of farmers will participate in a dependable year-round supply network. Women's cooperatives are also positioned to gain from this emerging industry. Across many African countries, bamboo cultivation and processing have empowered women by providing stable work opportunities that support long-term financial independence. Ghana's bamboo programs mirror this trend, enabling women to participate actively in nursery management, harvesting, and primary processing roles. These activities establish a sustainable income source linked directly to large-scale industry. Youth involvement marks another major turning point. Many young graduates in science, engineering, and technical fields often face challenges finding opportunities that match their expertise. With the biorefinery project, the demand for industrial technicians, safety specialists, chemical analysts, engineers, and logistics experts is rising. This opens pathways for young professionals to develop meaningful careers within Ghana rather than overseas. The economic ripple effect does not end with primary producers and technicians. Transport services, construction crews, welders, carpenters, information technology specialists, and small local businesses will all contribute to and benefit from the project. The result is not simply job creation, but the formation of a broad and interconnected economic ecosystem. Beyond economics, bamboo cultivation carries substantial environmental benefits. Decades of agricultural strain, deforestation, and soil degradation have taken a toll on Ghana's rural landscapes. Bamboo's root systems stabilize soil, reduce erosion, and restore fertility to degraded lands. Planting bamboo on worn-out or underused land gives farmers a reason to rehabilitate their environment while generating income. As bamboo plantations grow, pressure on natural forests decreases, providing an environmentally friendly alternative to timber harvesting and charcoal production. The environmental cycle reinforces itself. Restored land produces more bamboo. Increased bamboo supports the biofuel industry. The industry supports communities, and stronger communities further invest in sustainable land use. This synergy positions bamboo not just as a crop, but as a catalyst for environmental renewal across Ghana. Looking beyond the national scope, this initiative also influences Africa's role in global energy markets. Historically, global energy production followed a predictable pattern. Advanced nations developed technology, manufacturing centers scaled production, and many African countries provided raw materials. Ghana's bamboo refinery challenges that pattern. By processing bamboo into finished, high-value energy products, Ghana shifts from being a supplier of raw resources to a producer of specialized industrial outputs that the global market needs. The timing is especially critical. Airlines around the world are under pressure to reduce carbon emissions and are actively seeking sustainable aviation fuel. Manufacturers require greener industrial inputs. Governments are racing toward climate commitments. Ghana's refinery meets these demands by offering a reliable source of renewable fuels and bio-based chemicals. This positions West Africa as a key contributor to global climate solutions, creating new avenues for influence in international trade. This project also demonstrates a broader possibility for the continent. If one African nation successfully develops a high-tech biofuel sector, others can replicate or adapt the model. Countries like Kenya, Ethiopia, and Nigeria have the potential to leverage their own natural resources in similar ways. The Ghanaian example illustrates that Africa can participate in high-value renewable industries not by following global trends, but by pioneering them. Still, the most profound part of this story lies in the symbolism behind the project. Ghana's refinery is more than an industrial facility. It represents a shift in mindset, one that embraces innovation, confidence, and strategic thinking. For many years, African nations heard that they needed external guidance before attempting major ventures. This project challenges that idea by demonstrating that locally driven initiatives can succeed at global scales. Young Ghanaians observing this development see more than buildings and machinery. They see a future filled with opportunities. Farmers witness sustainable agriculture becoming a path to stability. Women engaged in cooperatives experience the financial empowerment that comes from being part of a major industry. The refinery's influence extends beyond economics. It reshapes aspirations and expectations. All of these elements signal that this is not a fleeting moment. The refinery stands at the beginning of a new phase in Ghana's development, one defined by innovation, environmental stewardship, and global relevance. It illustrates what can happen when nations trust their capabilities and make strategic investments in their natural assets. Bamboo, a plant that many overlooked, has become a symbol of how Africa can transform its resources into powerful economic and environmental tools. The world is watching closely. As the demand for renewable energy intensifies, African countries find themselves holding resources essential for future technologies. This offers leverage in international negotiations and opens opportunities for collaborative partnerships grounded in mutual respect. The question that remains is not whether Ghana's bamboo refinery will make an impact. It already has. The real question is what happens next. If one resource can unlock this level of progress, what possibilities await when the entire continent embraces its full potential? Africa holds vast solar corridors, geothermal fields, wind zones, agricultural byproducts, hydropower sites, and mineral reserves. Each untapped resource carries the possibility of driving new industries and redefining Africa's global position. As this bamboo-driven project continues to grow, it serves as a reminder that Africa's future is not limited by past assumptions. Instead, it is shaped by bold choices, forward-thinking strategies, and the courage to lead. And if more countries follow this path, the continent could reshape global expectations and contribute significantly to the world's sustainable future. Do you want to watch more videos like this one? If so, subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon next to it. We have decided to bring videos on something nobody talks about: the Africa Lights, civilization, history, and evidence about how glorious blacks have been. Thanks for watching, and until the next video, stay tuned.